friends call me Natashalahav. I've started to do a lot of videos recently about many topics. I work with people mainly on self-love, abundance, reconnecting to our higher self, a lot of consciousness work, and I do it through sexuality. Not only, I do it in many ways, but I use sexuality as a healing tool, as a door to the soul. Because, you know, we all have a soul, we all have a higher self and a higher purpose. But a lot of us have forgotten who we are, and we forget that we're a soul, a spiritual being experiencing a physical experience. And we identify with our body and our physical life and being. And we forget that we're actually a soul, energy. And sexuality for me has been a door to people's soul. And it's very hard to open up to people and to connect to other people and to ourselves. But I found that when people tell me about their sexual history and experiences in the world, it gives me a peep and a glimpse into who they are. And I can see their soul through their vulnerability and through themselves exposing themselves to me emotionally, physically. And I don't think sex is the purpose. I don't teach people how to enjoy sex more. I teach people how to be more present during their sexual experiences and be more aware and contemplate on the emotions that rise during sexual experiences. Because sexual experiences are very powerful energetically and emotionally, and they can bring to the surface a lot of the emotional blockages that we usually ignore or don't deal with, and they kind of pop up to the surface during or after sexual experiences, because, you know, sex is a very powerful tool. We work with our body and our emotions and our sexual energy, and there's another person there, and it's a very powerful experience. The fact that most of us kind of take it for granted is why most of us also don't enjoy our sexual experiences as much as we can. But if we look at it as a spiritual experience, it's a coming together of two souls and two bodies who want to connect and feel this amazing sensation of love and pleasure together. And that does also trigger a lot of our emotional blockages from the past to do with shame and guilt and the first and second chakra. And so for me, contemplating my own romantic and sexual history and experiences helped me clear a lot of the blockages that I had to do with love and sex and relationships. And again, the sexual work isn't so that I'm a better lover. I mean, it's also, but it's not so I'm a better lover or experience more orgasms, but it's more of a way to reconnect to my higher self, to open a lot of my emotional blockages, to reconnect to my body, to the energy in my body, to the sensations in my body, to the emotions. And I do that in a lot of different ways. So one of the ways would be to talk and expose your sexual history and relationships, and to find the emotional triggers and blockages that are there. And the second way is starting to work with our breath in our day-to-day and during sexual experiences and during sexual stimulation, whether by ourselves or with another person, reconnecting to the body and the sensations in the body and the sexual energy in the body. And also through clearing emotional blockages through working with the chakra system, and mainly the first and second chakra, but not only. There's always heart work to do, love work to do, because you know, there's the white tantrics. The white tantra usually works with their higher chakras, and the red tantra usually works with the lower chakras, sex, organs, that kind of work. But the pink tantra is more of the heart-centered work. We connect the higher chakras with the lower chakras, and that connection happens through our heart. So actually doing work with the sexual energy and sexual history and sexual blockages, which is the lower chakras, and then reconnecting to ourself, our higher self, our soul, remembering who we are, what we came here to do. If we do that work from each way, eventually we're going to meet in the heart. But the other way to do it, which is the way I do it, is the pink tantra, is to start from the heart. And from the heart, reconnect to the higher chakras and to our soul, and to the sexual and to our sexual energy. So it's kind of it all works together in the different ways, but it's not just the sex or just the soul. it's the connection between them. So it's the connection between our soul, our body, and our sexual body, our energy, and that happens in heart. And the heart is either green or pink in the chakra world, and I like the pink version because it's the white and the red together. And I don't think this is the path for everyone. Some people will do healing through other techniques, whether it's meditation or yoga or psychological therapy, rebirthing techniques, going to workshops, going to festivals, there are so many ways to go through a healing process. But the one that I do, and the way that I went through in my life, I mean, I did a lot of emotional work for about a year before I started to also do the sexual work, because I wasn't ready to deal with myself sexually until I cleared a lot of my childhood blockages to do with love. So I did that before, but then once I started working with the body and the emotional work in the body with the sexual energy, that's when really, things started to happen and move in my life. There's so many things I've worked on, like being shy, being aggressive. I used to be very aggressive, very victim. I was always in that victim energy. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't love myself. I wasn't connected to my soul. I didn't know what to do in this world. And, it affects us in so many aspects, being disconnected from our soul and forgetting who we are. And it is part of the human experience, as our soul comes into the fetus in the mother's womb. They say that we know everything. When we're in the womb, our soul remembers all our past lives and sees everything that's going to happen in this life to come. But then when we're born, we forget it all in order to experience this life fully. So we don't remember anything and we kind of forget it. But then we have deja vu, and that's kind of remembering things that we already knew, or we already know and saw before. But a lot of the journey is about remembering who we are and what we came here to do. And we can do that once we start opening our emotional blockages, our chakras, and doing that through the sexual energy and our sexual experiences is one way. And it's not the only way, it's not the best way, but it's one way and it works and it's good. If you connect to it, if you feel it resonates with you, then it might be the way for you to go. Yeah. So I hope that was informative. If you have any questions or you want to do a private session with me via video, I do that with people all over the world. You're more than welcome to contact me, email me, and see how I can help you along your journey. All right, see you in my next video.